Hello and welcome to another episode. I am Brian, the Unskilled Commander, and I'm super excited because once more we've got actual guests and people playing this time. Got some really good friends that are content creators. They've been gracious enough to have me on their channels playing games multiple times. I'm really happy that I get to return the favor and the kindness. So I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to jump right in, let them talk, explain who they are. They'll take their first turn and we'll get going. Start us off with Jarvis.
Hey everyone, I'm Jarvis. Find me pretty much anywhere on the internet at Jarvis_Moonbeam. I stream Commander, some Arena, also do a deck building stream. I'm kind of taking April off because I needed a break because I haven't taken a content creation break since I started making it and I have too much going on in life. But I'll be back in May, back at it, streaming Commander multiple days a week as well as doing that deck building stream. But today I'm playing Rin and Siri Inseparable. It is the Raining Cats and Dogs precon. So we're making dogs, never a cat, as long as I can help it. Draw. I am going to play this Jungle Shrine and pass.
All right. Hey guys, this is Corey. You might see me online as Sleeve Card or as the co-host of the Urcast, where I stream we put out a podcast every Friday on Spotify and YouTube. Me and my friend Cole, just talking about different things in the Magic community, talking to interesting people and all that good stuff. And today I'll be playing Anethia, the Hand of Erebos, which is one of the Commander Masters precons. You know, it's just classic, never letting my enchantments die and being obnoxious for as long as humanly possible. And I guess I'll start off with my own draw. So we'll draw. Play a Temple of Malady, comes in tapped. Scrying the top. I will put that to the bottom and pass it over to our next person.
Hey everyone, I'm John from Chaotic Commander. I host usually 2 live streams a week on Twitch, YouTube, and I upload twice a week on YouTube. And you can find me not unskilled. You can
Wait,
find
that's
me
me.
Chaotic Commander. Chaotic Commander on Twitter and YouTube, Twitch, and I'm playing Caesar, Legion's Emperor. It's one of the Fallout precons. It makes tokens, and I like making tokens, so that's why I decided to play it. And I haven't sleeved it up yet, so I'll draw for turn. Perfect. I will play a Temple of Silence tapped. I will scry. I will leave that on top and pass.
All right, cool. Identity theft is a crime, John. Stop trying.
Yeah. I know. I'm so used to me and Corey will shill each other or something.
Right. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. We already got subs thrown in there. Thank you, J-Ro. That was really sweet of you. Appreciate it. Of course, I'm the Unskilled Commander. I should have mentioned earlier, we are doing a all pre-con game, so it's nice little pre-con wars. Not from the newest set, of course, but from different ones, as they've said. I am playing Nelly Orica, Impulsive Accuser from the Murder Manor set. It's about Goad. I've always been interested in the Goad mechanic, so I thought I'd pick that one up and just leave it as a precon you just have available. I will play a Plains for turn. I guess I should also draw. And I will pass.
If I remember correctly, I bought that precon just to go and take it apart. Well, Trouble in Paris.
Oh, yeah.
I want to play this Game Trail as my land for turn, revealing the Cinderglade. It's both a mountain and a forest, so Game Trail comes in untapped. Then I'll tap the 2 of them for 3 visits and search my library for a forest card. If I remember correctly, the Naya Triome is in here, so I'll get that and pass the turn.
All right, I will untap and we'll go ahead and draw. I am going to go ahead and play a forest. Then I'll tap for 2 for a Farseek, and I'm going to dig around and see what good stuff I can find, and I will pass.
All right, perfect. I'll untap and I will draw. That's right. I'll play a mountain and I'll tap 2 for a Talisman of Conviction, and I will pass.
I will keep draw. I will play Temple of Triumph over here, and I'll scry 1, but I will pass turn.
I want to pay 1 and a white, and let's play a Spirited Companion and draw a card.
Nice.
Thank you for the follow, by the way. It's like, as I said in chat, I have to actually get into the whole streamer mentality thing where I have to pay attention to stuff and.
Yeah.
I didn't change the tagline of the whole thing because it's still back when I was working towards affiliate, so I'm like, oh shoot.
My land for turn will be a Path of Ancestry, and I will pass.
All right, untap, draw. So we'll play into the Soul Ring.
Oh, shit.
And then
And you guys are
I'm
ramping
going
hard.
to tap that for 2 and a green. So for 1 of those floating and a green, I'm going to play a Nessian Wanderer, which will, whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under my control, I can look at the top 3 cards of my library and reveal a land and add that to my hand and put the rest of the bottom. And then with that other floating and a white, I'm gonna play my own Spirited Companion.
Well,
So my little
alright.
good boy will enter. I'll draw a card, and then he is an enchantment, so I get to look at the top 3 cards. I will reveal this plains. That will go to my hand. The rest will go to the bottom of my library, and then I will pass turn.
All right, perfect. I'll untap. I'll play Tainted Field as my land for turn. I will tap out, losing a life to make a white from this, and I'll get Caesar out. So when he attacks, I can sack another creature, and then I can either make tokens, draw a card, or deal damage equal to the number of creature tokens I control. So after that, I'll pass.
I'll play our Reliquary Tower. Tap 2 for a Tome of Legends. It enters the battlefield with a page counter on it, and whenever my commander enters the battlefield or attacks, I put a page counter on it, and I can tap 1, tap it, and then remove a page counter to draw a card. But that's all I got, so I will pass turn.
Okay, untap, draw. I'll play this forest as my land for turn. I will then go and play Bringer Out, my commander.
Yeah,
Nice.
good to get that out early.
And
Yep.
then I want to scry one because I did cast it using Path of Ancestry. And I am going to go to combat. Brian made the mistake of not having a blocker, so I'm going to swing at him for 1.
No.
And then
I'll
I will
take one.
pass.
Okay, untap,
Host has to die first, right?
draw.
Mhm. Such is the way.
We'll put out a plains for turn.
I don't try to kill the host first, but if they don't have a blocker, what else am I supposed to do?
Yeah, you're just asking for it at that point.
All right. Yeah, exactly.
All right, so for 4 and a black, I'm going to cast the Eldest Reborn. So a nice little saga. On its enter, it will trigger Nessian Wanderer, so I can look at the top 3 cards of my library and kind of search for a land here. I'll reveal the Selesnya Sanctuary, go to my hand, and these other 2 will go to the bottom of my deck. And then the Eldest Reborn, Chapter 1, each opponent sacrifices a creature
Uh-huh.
or Planeswalker. Hey, Brian, good job.
Yeah, see,
I
I knew that was
Fantastic.
coming.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So cool.
the coolest.
Right.
Slide that out of the way. Then for 1 green, I'll play a Font of Fertility, so I can just sack and go search for a basic land here. But it is an enchantment, which means I get to look again for some land.
I'm going to need to
I
ask
got
you to
nothing.
calm down.
So all 3 of these go down.
Jeez. Okay. All right. Cool.
And then because Brian has no blockers,
I figured
I don't know
out.
if you've seen this. I don't know if you've seen this play before, Brian. But a Spirited Companion is going to swing in at you because
Yep.
good boys ride together.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to send this 1-3 at you, John. So it's a 1-3
Yes.
at you and a 1-1 at Brian.
Sure.
I'll
I'll take
take
the
one.
one.
Then I'll humbly pass the turn.
The lesson we're all learning here is to play blockers.
Right.
Yeah, or just to have a Spirited Companion.
Right.
Yeah. Play a land for turn. Do this and this for a white and a black. I'll get out McCready, Lamplight Mayor, so it gives creatures that have 2 or less skulk that I control if they attack. So I'm gonna lose another life. 3. I'm gonna play Eridash, the Founder. It has enlist, and whenever a creature I control attacks of it, enlists another creature. That creature gains double strike until end of turn, and then if it's 4 or more, it gets I get to draw a card. So I'll lose that life and pass.
What's the second phase of the...
Discard.
Yeah,
Is it-
discard.
The
And then the third
final
one
phase,
is reanimate.
yeah, the final phase is the one that we have to worry about the most, depending on what's in graveyards.
we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Play Loran of the Third Path. 2/1 Vigilance. Whenever it enters the battlefield, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. I'm going to destroy the thing. Saga.
My Font of Fertility. Oh,
No.
no.
Nah.
All
I
right.
can also tap it, and
let's-
then I and target opponent each draw a card.
Cool.
But that's all I got, because I'm not getting any more lands or any kind of mana rock, so I will pass.
Okay, untap, draw.
I feel you, buddy. I'm not drawing anything too great either.
For 4 mana, I'm going to cast a Showdown of the Scalds. Step 1, I exile the top 4 cards of my library until the end of my next turn. I may play them. Step 2 and 3, it's whenever I cast a spell, I get to put a +1/+1 counter on target creature I control. So 1,
Nice.
2,
Oh,
3,
All the pretty lands.
4.
right.
That was the only thing that was making it tempting to buy the deck when it came out, because I already have a Red in Series deck, and half the cards, or most of the cards in the precon, I already had in my Red in Series, so I'm like, I just can't justify it, but I like those base.
I'll play the Mountain as my land for turn. Unfortunately, I do not have Anything else I am able to cast, so I will pass the turn.
Okay. We'll untap.
See, my least favorite lands out of these, not just because of the forest and I hate green, but it's the forest and they're the only basics that don't have dogs on them.
Dang.
What a tragedy.
And I am firmly in the camp of Team Dog.
So I need to build a mono green cat deck, is what you're saying.
It'd be awful.
Okay, I'm going to. Okay, so for 1 and 2 green, I'm going to cast a Courser of Crufix. So the top card of my library will be revealed, and I can play lands from it. And then, a little landfall trigger. So the top card of my library is a Binding of the Titans. I'll scooch it that way, give my deck a little more in-camera view. Then I'm going to bounce the plains to my hand, playing a Selesnya Sanctuary as my land for turn. That will gain me 1 life off of my Courser. I'll just pass like that.
All right, cool. I'll untap, draw. I guess I'll just I'll tap 4 for heroic and reinforcements. So I'll create 2 soldiers, and then creatures I control get +1/+1 in haste. Part those guys out there. So they're 2/2s. They have haste. I will move to combat. So this is a 2/2. So I will attack Corey, you have the highest life. I'll attack you with Ardesh the Founder. So it's a 2/2. So it has Skulk, so it can't be blocked. And then I will enlist with the soldier. So now it has 4 power, 4 toughness, and double strike, and I get to gain a draw card.
So it loses Skulk because it's an as this creature's attacks for Aradesh the Founder. So you're adding the power right away before the trigger for McCready would go off for having Skulk.
So so you get a 4/4 double striker, and I'll get to draw a card.
So 4/4 double striker. I will block with my Spirited Companion.
Yeah, that's what I feel. I just was hoping I'd draw a land or something.
Sure.
But, I'll pass.
See, you're all hoping for lands. I'm hoping for non-lands right now.
Yeah.
I will play an Exotic Orchard. I finally drew a land myself.
There we go.
I'm going to tap 3 and play Smuggler's Share, an enchantment. At the beginning of each end step, draw a card for each opponent who drew 2 or more cards this turn. Then create a treasure token for each opponent who had 2 or more lands enter the battlefield under their control this turn. I'm also going to tap 1, tap the Tome of Legends, and remove a counter, draw a card.
Smuggler's Share is the card that I always try to make work and I never do.
Yeah, I like the idea of it. I actually got one for a different deck, and then I was like, oh, it's in this deck too. Because so many people I play against are always drawing like 50 cards a turn, so I'm like, hey, at least I can get something off.
I don't know what you're talking about. I would never do that.
No, certainly not the people in this pod or anything. I will pass turn.
Right.
On your end step, I'm just going to do this just to speed up some time. I'm going to pay to crack my Font of Fertility and search for a basic.
And I have an end step thing as well that I almost forgot to do. I want to cycle this cast out and untap, draw, trigger. I want to play this forest as my land for turn. And then for 6 mana, I will play the Lurking Predators. I have 2 cast triggers. And the Themer Sabertooth is not getting cast, unfortunately. Cast trigger number 1, I have 1 cast trigger. Cast trigger number 1, for some reason I thought that was a creature. I don't know why. I don't play it. I get to put a +1/+1 counter on Ruin Siri.
Seems good.
I don't feel like attacking with Ruin Siri, so I'm going to pass the turn.
I do have some triggers off of my Font of Fertility. Really just one, which is I'm going to gain a life off of the land entering from my Courser. And then you all get to see the top card of my library, which is a Croson Verge. I will untap. I will draw. Next card up is a Plains.
Oh, nice. Lots of land.
Yeah,
It
really
is a
good
land.
land.
I'm going to play that
with you slowing
land,
down.
and I'm going to gain a life off of my Courser.
Let's go.
Next card up is a Verduran Enchantress.
Nice.
Could be good. Could be good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, so for 1 and a white, I'm going to bring out a Starfield Mystic. So it just reduces all my enchantments by 1. And then whenever enchantment enters the battlefield, whenever enchantment is put into a graveyard from the battlefield that I control, I put a 1/1 counter on it.
And we'll trigger Lurking Predators. It is not a creature, but I'm going to leave that on top because it's a made to put it on bottom. So we'll just ignore Lurking Predators the rest of this turn cycle.
Sure.
It was a Mask.
Yeah, that's a great card for that deck.
Suspicious. And
There's nothing wrong with it. I don't know what you're talking about.
seems normal.
Yeah,
Seems
I'm
legit.
not worried about that at all. It's all right. It's all right.
And then I think it's going to be time we're going to bring out Onyxia. So I'll have a little stack of deals here. So Nessun Wanderer will see an enchantment enter because she is an enchantment creature. So I will get to look at the top 3 cards in my library. I'm going to reveal a Sungrass Perrary. That will go to my hand. These other 2 go to the bottom. And then my top card is now a Kodama's Reach.
Nice.
Then, with Onyxia entering the battlefield, I can essentially reanimate one of my enchantments as a 3/3 black zombie creature token.
Mm.
So we're going to bring back the Eldest Reborn as a zombie. It is still a saga, so we will get the... Well, one, I'll get the Nessun Wanderer trigger again. So we're going to look at top 3, yada yada. Nothing I want to show you guys. Slide to the bottom. Top card off of Courser is a Tainted Wood. Then we have the Eldest Reborn trigger, so each opponent will sacrifice a creature and or planeswalker.
All right.
Yep.
Goodbye.
My
soldier.
one lonely little creature is gone.
Bye, Siri.
Well, I feel less, but you didn't want to tap it to make someone draw a card in response to that, Brian? Like me, maybe?
Yeah, Brian, like me, maybe?
No, I'm not helping
Hey,
anybody at this point.
Hey, you know what's on top of my deck?
Yeah, so you don't want Jarvis to get it.
Right, yeah.
What's the problem with that going to my hand?
Brian, I think I'm going to swing at you with a 2/4 Courser. Because Onyxia is out, it does have Menace.
Okay. Well, let me block it
Because
with
I know
my
that
2
means so much for
non-existents.
you.
That's two damage?
That's a 2 damage, yes.
Okay.
And then I'll go ahead and pass.
All right, I'll draw for turn. That's funny, but not helpful. I guess we'll tap 4 for a Vault 75 middle school. Exile all creatures with power 4 or greater by Onyxia.
Onyxia goes back to the command zone.
All right. I don't really want to attack anybody, so I will just pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw, come on, deck. Well, I mean, that's not horrible. I'll play a mountain for turn. I will tap 1, 2... Well, I have to make sure it's the right colors. A white and 2 others for Ghostly Prison. Stop attacking me, you jerks.
Fair enough.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is still all I can do, because I missed a land drop or 2.
Yep.
You guys aren't drawing like you normally do. I will pass.
That's because we're playing precons.
Yeah,
That's true.
I don't know why I looked at this card like I was surprised on what it was.
Wow, that's in my deck?
What the heck?
I'll play the Cinder Glade as my land for turn. Time for me to math. If I cast her, I can't cast anything else, and I think I want to multi-spell this turn. Yeah, I want to multi-spell this turn because it's the last turn that I will have access to counters from Showdown, so I at least want to make something a little bit bigger. So I'll play Kit Kanto.
Okay.
Can't trigger anything because there's nothing to trigger right now. But then I will go and play and I get to scry one. I just realized I'm a sequence this, but oh well. Yeah, we'll leave that there. Why not? No, put that to the bottom. Don't need that on top. I am going to get a green and white citizen, but the other card, and the reason why I say I missequence this, is a Bloodline Pretender. And even though it is objectively the wrong call because it's how the deck is built, I'm still going to name Dog instead of Cat because dogs are better.
You're
Fair
trying to show your allegiance.
Fair enough.
I will then
Darn
pass
cat
the
hater.
turn.
Okay.
P the T.
I'm going to untap.
And Kit Kanto gets a +1/+1 counter.
Sounds great. Untap. I will draw this card. You'll never guess what it is. We're going to reveal the top, which is a Path to Exile.
Nice.
Eldest Reborn, even though it's a creature, will still tick up. So each opponent is going to discard a card.
I want to discard a land. I just was getting my token out.
Fair enough.
We'll discard the Nipton Lottery.
I'll just get rid of duty.
None.
I will play that Tainted Wood as my land for turn, which will uptick me by 1 life. For 1 green, because it's reduced by Starfield Mystic, I'm going to cast this Sanctum Weaver. That is an enchantment entering the battlefield, so my Nissan Wanderer will trigger. So I'm going to look at these 3.
Triggering Lurking Predators, I will get an Alms Collector.
I'm going to reveal this Plains to my hand.
That's right.
Put these to the bottom. And then my Courser Crewfix will reveal my Sandworm Convergence on top of the library.
Yeah, so now if you would draw 2 or more cards at a time, you get to draw 1 card, and I draw that, and then I draw a card.
Well, it makes you feel any better. I'm not actually drawing cards. I'm literally just filtering.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think many of us are drawing 2 or more cards at a time. I think it's all drawing a single card at a time.
I'll have you know that Brian has that deck that has the Ristic Study and all that stuff built in.
What?
No, it's one of the trouble in pairs that you have to worry about.
All right. We'll go for 1 and a black. I'm gonna cast a Ghoulish Impetus, and I think we're gonna target Kid Kanto. So it's now goaded with +1/+1, and Death Touch. And then if they were to die, this goes back to my hand on the next end step. But that is another enchantment entering, so I get to do the whole look at my 3 cards again.
And I get a trigger as well.
Yep.
It's a Herald's Horn.
Cool.
That'll go on bottom too. I don't care about it.
Sure. I'm gonna reveal this Tainted Field to my hand.
I want free stuff.
Yeah, put those to the bottom. Flip a Sand Step Citadel to the top of my library.
All the lands.
All the lands. This deck is weirdly good at filtering lands and then having nothing to do with them.
Nice.
I guess I will.
Let me know when you're going to combat.
Yeah, I'm going to combat now.
Okay. I want to use Kid Kanto's ability, and
Sure.
I want to tap Bloodline Pretender and the Citizen, and I'm going to goad your Courser of Crufix.
Courser of Crufix is goaded. And I will use that Courser of Crufix to violently strike out at Brian for 2.
You gotta pay for 2. Did you pay 2?
And I'm paying for 2.
Oh, and it's not for 2. It gets +2/+2 and trample.
Oh, it's for 4 with trample, Brian.
Jeez.
And I'm paying 2 for your ghostly prison.
Okay, first of all, I said I was doing the go deck because you guys both stopped. And second of all, stop hitting me.
And then with that, I'm gonna go in Passe.
All right, I'll untap. I will draw. That is not a land. I'll take this up. All my creatures get a +1/+1 counter. What I'm going to do is I am going to go to combat.
At the beginning of your combat,
Yes.
I'm going to tap Kit Kanto and the Alms Collector to goad your Enlist.
Sure. Okay, so it's now a 4. So it gets +2.
+2/+2.
All right, so I am going to send Aradesh at Corey, and I'm going to enlist this soldier. So now it's a 6/6 with double strike, and I get to draw
And trample.
And trample.
That's upsetting.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah. I think I'm going to block it with the Sanctum Weaver. Take the 4. And then I do get a trigger because that's an enchantment going to my graveyard, so I get to put a 1/1 counter on my Starfield Mystic.
Then you're gonna take the other 6.
Well, we shouldn't be double strike if the creature died, right?
It's trample, so yeah, it is still.
It's 6/6 double strike with trample, so both first strike and normal damage get through.
There we go.
We'll put you back on life closer to the rest of us, right?
Wrong.
Right. I mean, Jarvis hasn't been hit yet.
True, but he goaded it, so I couldn't attack it.
No, I know that part, yeah.
So I'll play a Tainted Peak as a land for turn. I need a swamp really freaking bad. Because 2 of my lands don't tap for anything except for colorless until I get one. I will pass the turn.
That'll keep draw. I'll play a War Room. Right, so I'm going to tap Exotic Orchard and the Plains for 2 white, and then 2 others. And because you requested it, Trouble in Pairs.
Okay, and trigger Lurking Predators. It's Command Tower. I don't need the land. It'll go to the bottom.
Yeah, if an opponent would begin an extra turn, they skip it instead, and whenever an opponent attacks me with 2 or more creatures, or draws their second card each turn, or casts their second spell each turn, I draw a card. I will then pass turn.
Look at that authentic art.
Yeah, right. I was like loath to play it. Like, well,
okay, untap.
Do that.
Draw. I'll play this Rootbound Crag as my land for turn for 6 to pay for. Let me make sure I'm tapping correctly. Yeah, that's not tapping correctly. I need a white left over. 6 to recast Ridden Siri. Trigger Bloodline Pretender because it is a dog and a cat. Bloodline Pretender will get a counter. Then I'm going to go and trigger that Trouble in Pairs to cast a Mirror Entity. So you will trigger, and then also Ridden Siri will trigger. I will get a cat token and a dog token because Mirror Entity is both. So
since you hate cats so much, you don't have to actually put the cat token down then.
Yeah.
Pick a side. Either they're not worth it, or they are.
Hey, I have to take the game actions as the game prescribes. Then what will happen is Bloodline Pretender will get a trigger for the mirror entity, and we'll also get a trigger for the dog token. So it will go up to 3+1/+1 counters. At the beginning of combat, I am going to go and goad my own creature. I am going to tap Kit Kanto and this cat token to goad my Bloodline Pretender. So that way Kit Kanto does not have to swing, but I will go and swing at Corey for 7 with trample.
Well, I guess I'm going to take 7 for right now. I'll go down to 27.
Oh,
Okay. And then I will pass the turn.
All right, at your end step, before we pass, I am going to tap 2 red and 2 colorless, losing a life for Mysterious Stranger. I'm going to flash that in. So when he ETBs, for each graveyard with an instant of sorcery in it, exile target from that graveyard, and if 2 or more cards are exiled this way, choose one of them at random and copy it, and I can cast the copy without paying its mana cost.
And we will trigger Lurking Predators. It is a forest that will go on bottom.
Okay.
And then in my graveyard, I do have a 3 visits to get
Okay.
exiled.
Yes, I will do the 3 visits.
I have a Farseek.
Farseek. And what do you have in yours? Do you have any instants or sorceries in
no,
yours?
I got an
Brian?
enchantment and a creature in mine.
So I have 3. So 1, 2 will be Nipton Lottery. 3, 4 will be 3 visits, and 5, 6 will be Farseek.
Hey, what's up, Cody? How you doing? Thanks for jumping
I
in.
got a 6, so I get a Farseek that I can cast for free.
So go search for something that's not a forest and have fun.
Are you going to cast it? So that'll trigger Lurking Predators as well. I will get a Jazal Goldmane.
Plains, oh, I can get a swamp. That's cool.
It's not cast, so it doesn't trigger Ridden Siri.
I can get a swamp. Do I have anything that's swamp and something else? I'll go ahead and you get this. That's all I'm doing. You can go ahead and play it, Corey.
Okay.
I was hoping I'd get that Nipton Lottery and like wipe the board, but
But no luck.
Why would you want to whip the board?
because I get to take control of one creature and everything else goes away. And then, but he's about to get something from the graveyard with his shit.
Yeah, so I'm drawing my Sandstep Citadel. Top of my deck is a Plains. The Eldest Reborn will go off, so I can take target creature or Planeswalker card from a graveyard.
The
Put it in
only
the battlefield.
creature I have is a Spirited Companion.
I love Spirited Companion.
I will grab a Canyon Slough. It's a swamp mountain.
Sure. Brian, you got anything spicy?
Just that Lauren of the Third Path.
Oh, I love Lauren on the Third
That's
Path.
a pretty good one.
Especially when someone's got a ghostly prison on the board.
Right, because I'm the problem.
I mean, you're not the problem.
You're taxing us.
How am I the problem?
Because you're taxing us.
Well, okay, so Jarvis is the problem,
Yes.
but then Corey's a close second.
Yes.
And then after
about
that,
the
it's
problem?
definitely you.
I
No,
got
what?
27
Bull
life.
crap.
I'm barely hanging in here.
One board wipe and I'm done. Enchantments, though.
I'm barely hanging on here. I'm at 27 life.
Finally
That
got
is-
my swamp, so
that is
all
still
my
20
lands are
too
finally
high.
online.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take Lauren.
All right.
So I guess we'll call this a Lauren of the Third Path.
Well, I'm saying 27 is too high. What I really mean is that it should be at least 27 higher.
And I think I'm going to take care of that problematic issue of artwork licensing.
Hmm.
Man. That's
But
it.
hey,
All of
you
you are
still got your
banned from this channel. Nobody's coming back.
Hey, it was 4 mana draw 1. Can't complain.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good rated white.
We'll go Sandstep Citadel comes untapped. Triggers Courser Crewfix, so I'll gain a life. Barely eating over here. Barely struggling.
Mm-hmm.
And then it is reduced by 1 because of my Starfield Mystic. So my command tax will be reduced by 1, but it'll bring out an Anixia Hand of Erebos.
Okay, let's look. It is Kasali Slingers. When it or another cat enters the battlefield under my control, I may destroy target artifact or enchantment.
You know, I think maybe you should have gotten rid of lurking predators.
Yeah,
Hey,
maybe.
Instead of like the draw spell. I don't know.
Since like it's getting him like 15 million creatures every time.
Sure.
Wait, well, I don't understand.
I'm
I
sure
don't,
you don't. How many
No.
creatures do you have over there? You have more than 10?
Not enough. More than 10.
Not enough.
I have exactly 10.
Okay.
Yes, you're right.
Okay.
Lurking predators do be doing things. It is.
Yeah, that's
Very much
it's
so.
wild, man.
So artifact or enchantment. I feel like the most problematic enchantment on the board is actually the Ghostly Prison, but I don't want to keep picking on Brian.
Pick on Brian. He's got it coming.
So I think
You're right.
Hey,
that-
Brian.
I
Hey,
had
Brian,
the
you got
audacity
wear
to make a
glasses,
game.
You're bald. Let's just keep dunking on you.
I mean, you could kill Corey's commander again, right? Or is it a
no,
cast
it's
trigger?
a cast trigger. So I think I'll
Oh.
hit that Corsair.
Course of Prefix hits. It still is an enchantment entering the battlefield, so I'm going to have all these little micro triggers.
Yeah,
So-
Jarvis is playing green and cats that he hates, but yet somehow he's still doing it.
It's the only precon I have that's still put together.
So Courser Prefix is an enchantment going to my graveyard, so it's going to uptick my Starfield with another counter. I do have an enchantment entering the battlefield, so my Nest and Wanderer is going to go off. So I'll look at the top 3 cards
I
in my
think-
library.
Because I'm pretty sure that I took cards out of the Pirates precon for a deck.
I'm going to reveal this valuable planes and put it to my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
Bottom.
Now I'm interested. How many cards are in this Pirates precon? Because I'm pretty sure I took it all apart.
Does
Well,
the
not all
Pirates
apart.
precon have black market in it, or
It
is
does.
that? Ooh, I need to take that out and put it in
What-
one of my other decks.
Which was the only reason why I bought it, because I wanted it for Conrad because I didn't have a black market connections. And then I realized I don't need that for Conrad because I'm already killing myself fast enough in that deck.
Now, here's the real irony, right? So because you blew up Courser Prefix prior to her entering the battlefield, right?
Mhm.
Courser's in my graveyard, which means Anixia entering the battlefield lets me bring an enchantment back out to the field as a 3/3 zombie. So my Courser Prefix will come back.
Seems fair.
Nice.
That is an enchantment, so I'll do the Nest and Wanderer deal again. I'll show you guys this pretty forest. Put it to my hand. Please at the bottom. And then I'll show off the top card of my library, which is a Felidar Retreat.
Oh, that's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Way
that
we
card.
suffer.
I like that card. I don't like that you have it.
You know, such is life, John.
Yeah, such is life.
Huh.
I don't like any of the board states right now.
What are you talking about? I can't attack you, or else I can't do anything, so you don't have to worry about me.
Do you even have a creature, Brian?
No, you guys keep
you-
blowing them up and taking
Why
them.
don't you cast your commanders? Isn't that what the deck needs?
Yeah.
How big is your commander?
It's only a 2/4. It's not going anywhere.
What does it do?
If I
I don't know
attack,
what
I
to
can
do.
go to creature, but like one creature. And
All right,
then
Brian.
it's like,
I'm gonna fly at you for 4, paying 2 for the prison of ghosts.
Man, all right, I'll take 4.
So I actually did just count my the Pirates precon. I could have played that tonight. I thought I had already taken cards out of it, but I have not.
Oh,
How
that's right.
convenient.
I will untip it. Crap.
Yeah, you're talking about the
Draw.
Beckett Brass one, right? The unsinkable one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but do you want to
So-
play that on stream where you're like, okay, now your board
Alright.
that you have to leave over here belongs to me technically, and this has to move over
Alright.
there.
Oh, I've already
So-
done it. It's a
So
good time.
we will uptick all of my stuff. They'll all get another +1/+1 counter, and then this goes away. Okay. I need. I'm gonna do black, colorless, 3 for a black market.
Okay.
Hey, we can
Yeah.
talk about it.
Trigger.
I want to put Feldar Retreat on bottom.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hey,
Cool.
I just want the free stuff.
Yeah. I'm tap planes first skull clamp.
Planes will go to the bottom.
Okay, and then I will just equip the skull clamp. So it gets +1/-1. I'll give it to Aradesh. Yeah, so now he is a 4/4 on his own. Then I will go to combat.
At the beginning of combat, I'll go and do the whole goatee thing
Sure.
of your enlisty guy.
All right, perfect. So I am going to send our dash at Corey because he's the only person I can because I don't have enough mana for that. And then I will enlist this 3/3 soldier. So now it's 4/7, 7/3 with double strike.
And
Trample.
trample.
Yes. We will thin your board out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I get to draw a card as well. Ah,
7/3.
I'm helping.
yes, kill it,
Um,
please. I really don't mind if you kill it. That's fine.
Yeah, you know, I think I've filtered out enough lands out of my deck here, so I'm gonna double block it with the Lauren and the
What's the
Mist and
total
Wander.
toughness on that?
A 1/3 and then a 2/1, I believe, was Lauren.
So you won't deal any damage to my creature, but so
Well,
4.
it's 7, yeah, because actually,
first,
because it's the first strike.
yeah.
In that case, I'm gonna block with the Nest and I'll hold back Lauren.
Okay, so 1 creature will die. So you said it's a 3 booty,
Yeah, 3 booty.
so 11 damage will get through.
Yep.
Okay, I will get a charge counter on black market, and I will pass the turn.
Right.
Well, unfortunate.
Untap. I will. Oh, first play a mirrored landscape. Comes in tapped. I'll tap Reliquary Tower. Play the Soul Ring I just got.
Reveal. It's another plane, so that's going to go to the bottom as well.
Whew.
So tapping the Soul Ring and 3 more to play Brash Taunter.
Okay,
Ooh,
reveal.
nice.
It's another land. Go to the bottom.
1/1 indestructible. If it takes damage, I can redirect it to a target opponent. And I will pass turn.
Okay.
Nice.
Untap. Draw. Plains is my land for turn. 4 mana. I'll play this Maskwood Nexus that you all know about.
Yes. Disgusting.
Here it comes.
For 4 mana, I will play this Jetmir Nexus of Rebels.
Ah, shit.
We can't let him have a
Trigger-
flawless victory, guys. Come on.
Multiple triggers are going to happen here. We'll have a cast trigger for Rin and Siri. So I'll get another cat and another dog. They don't give enough tokens for this.
No.
Get my infinite tokens out. Cat, dog for cast trigger.
Mhm.
Then I will get a ETB trigger for Bloodline Pretenders. We'll get a counter on it because it is also a dog. And then Kasali Slingers will let me destroy an artifact or an enchantment. This time I will destroy target ghostly prison.
Sure.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So all of my creatures get +1/+0. I'm sorry, +3/+0, and have Vigilance, Trample, and Double Strike.
Shit,
Only?
yeah.
Only?
Right. That's pretty gross.
Yep.
Okay, well, this was a surprisingly quick game. All right.
Mhm.
Uh,
They always seem to
So-
put a little extra oomph into the secret lair command, their precons.
For
Not
sure.
like the Angel and the Ren and Siri are just a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
time to decide who I'm attacking.
Yourself. A bold move, but I think you can do it.
I don't think that's allowed.
I'll
Well,
allow it. You're on my channel.
Yeah.
Kanto has to attack someone not named Corey.
Yeah, unfortunately. What a real pity that is.
So let's go with, trying to think hard, making a good attack. Kit
You
Kanto,
know-
I know, is going to attack John.
If you want to simplify it, if you don't want any of them to attack someone named Corey, I mean, that's okay too.
Oh, no,
Hmm.
I'm doing math. I'm like, maybe Corey's dying this turn.
But then again, maybe Corey doesn't die this
I
turn.
mean, Corey could definitely die this turn.
He
All right,
could,
so
but
how-
should he? Should
How
he, though?
big is the thing coming at me? Just so I
It
know.
will be it's going to be a 7/3 with double strike, vigilance and trample.
14.
Uh,
Yeah.
I can't. I'm not going to send that over to a Brash Taunter.
Well, it has trample, so it only deal 1 damage to the Brash Taunter.
Yeah, I still don't want to go and send it over to the Brash Taunter. Leave the Brash Taunter alone.
Okay.
All of it has trample.
Yeah, so it's like anything going at it, it would only deal 1 damage to a player. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm going to send the Bloodline Pretender and the Giselle Goldmaid, which would be that's 20 total for when you figure it as double strike damage. No, that's not right. That's 20 total before the +3/+0, so that's 26. How much toughness do you have, Corey?
4, 1, 4, 4. So
13.
yes.
So I have to send 30 your way.
Or hear me out. I could also verbally taunt you right now in a very brash and
Yes.
aggressive manner if that dissuades you.
So the Alms Collector will go that way as well. I'm going to then send the Rin and Siri and Kasali Slingers at Brian, and the 1/1s that aren't 1/1s over at John. So doing math, starting with Corey, it is a 6/4, a 7/4, and a 9/6. All with double strike coming your way. John, you are getting a 7/4 and 3 4/1s coming your way.
sure.
Brian, you are getting a 6/5 and a 7/4 coming your way. All with double strike, vigilance, and
Mhm.
trample.
So 14 plus 24,
Yeah.
41. So I will block and kill one of your tokens with a 5 booty. So that's blocks 5 damage. I will put these two in front and another. So I will block with total toughness. So 4, 20,
Yeah, so
30.
you're taking 14 plus it's 14 plus 12, so 24. So it's 38 is what's coming at you.
Yeah, so 38 minus 5 minus 8. So I'll take 30, but I will be able to kill one of your tokens.
Which token would you like to kill?
We'll
Dog. Do the dog.
Well, hit you where it hurts. We'll get rid of one of the dogs.
Yeah.
No. So I'll just get rid of this infinite
Look.
token.
So 3 creatures died, 4 charge counters so far. All right, Corey, how are you doing blocks? Or are you about to cast some shenanigans or something?
Okay, so you've got a 6/4.
Yeah, it's a 6/4, a 7/4, and a 9/6.
So
And they all have double strike, vigilance, and trample.
Gotcha. So I will throw everything in front of the 9, I suppose, and then I'll take the other. Well, yeah, I mean, it really doesn't matter because I'm going to wipe either way because of the double strike. But I'll throw everything in front of the 9.
3 death triggers, so go to 7 charge counters.
And what is the toughness, the power that you have?
We have 6, 8 total.
Okay, so it will go and kill that. But you're gonna die from the double strike.
Right.
Yeah. So this one will die.
And then in response, I'll show you guys my massive hand of 7 lands that I got. My constellation trees.
Dang, man, that's tough.
And
All right.
then
So you sent a 6/6
You'll
and a
have-
7 something, right?
well, it's a 7/4
Mhm.
and a 6/5.
Okay.
So it's a total of 26.
Right. All right. So I'm gonna block the 6 with Rash Taunter. So I mean,
I will assign 1 point of damage to it.
right?
and the
Yeah.
rest
So
of
I'm
the
still gonna
over
take
again.
11, but then I'm also going to tap 2, and we're gonna deflecting palm Rin and Siri. So you're gonna take 14.
No.
No
What's
freaking
the-
flawless victory for you.
It's the next time would deal damage. So, well, I would only take 7, and then you would take the other 7. I would take the first strike damage. You would take the normal damage.
Okay.
And then your luring goes back to your graveyard. Brian.
Okay.
Oh, and then there's no Ghoul Impetus. So take your
There's no
7
Ghoul
commander
Impetus.
damage. And
Yep.
where's that?
And I
where's that
want
one
you-
Brash Taunter damage going?
Oh, you know where it's going.
Yeah, to your face.
Okay.
And just so you know, you did the right call. This would have been my next card, a culling ritual.
Which would have gotten rid of my tokens. I'd actually still have a pretty decent board.
Yeah. But a slightly less decent board. That's all that really matters.
And I don't need this cat token anymore because I have 2 cats.
All right, fun.
Oh wait, and let me do Lurking Predators. It's a Scotch's Welcome. That'll go to the bottom.
Freaking lurking
Okay.
predators, man.
That's
Okay.
all. That's all I have. I have 1 card in hand.
I will untap.
Apparently, Corey still thinks you're
Sure.
the threat, John.
Yeah,
I don't know if Corey's playing the same game we
yeah.
are.
No, I don't think he is. That's fine. So I now have 8 black.
Oh, I wasn't talking about the game. It's more of like a real life scenario.
He's
Oh.
just the threat in general.
All right, so I will use 3 of that, going to 5, and then a red. Cast Legate Lanius, Caesar's Ace. When it ETBs, each opponent sacrifices a 10th of the creatures they control, rounded up.
I have a Dust of Dawn that's going to the grave. I'll go to
So-
the bottom.
So
the
do you
10th
have?
rounded
Do you have?
up.
Yeah. So if you have 11, you have to sacrifice 2.
6, 7, 8, 9. I have 10 exactly.
Ah.
Get wrecked, cat.
All right.
Ooh,
So
I have to sacrifice my 1.
Wait a minute. 1 and 2, 3, 4,
So
5,
2?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no, my cat does get wrecked, but it's because I miscounted. I do sacrifice 2 cats.
all right. So it gets 2+1/+1 counters. I get 2 more charge counters on black market.
But those cats were the cog to the entire board state.
No.
The real centerpiece of the strategy.
I could have at least used Brash Taunter and got him some more damage, man. Killing me.
You could have. Yeah. Sorry. I don't think it matters, honestly. Because we're dead next turn.
Well, then you might as well just swing at me. Take the victory away from him.
I'll just cast
Yeah.
the signet. When
Look at him
You
up
should-
there.
you should-
Look at him up there with
Oh,
his
I'm
smug
getting a-
smile.
I'm getting a white mane lion. With that white mane lion, I'm going to destroy the black market. And when it comes to play, I return a creature I control to its owner's hand. I'm going to return this white main line to my hand.
Okay, so I still have 4 floating black mana.
I think you guys are missing an opportunity here where John throws all his damage, well, partial damage at Brian, and then the rest at the Brash Taunter, and the Brash Taunter flings it back at his face, and you go down symbolically together.
I'm gonna cast Caesar, Legion's Emperor.
King of the Pride is going to enter.
Oh,
My other cats are going to get +2/+1, so all my creatures get +2/+1. I will destroy that Smuggler's Share.
You know what? No, I'm not going to take it away. What do you think about that?
All right. So I guess I'll go to combat. I will declare attacks.
I'm trying to make it that they get home to their family sooner.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
So you know what? Doesn't matter. I'm gonna send Erdish the Founder at Jarvis. And I'm gonna enlist this, and I have a trigger from Caesar.
I wasn't even paying attention this time. I couldn't stop it.
Yeah. So it's I'll get a draw from this. It's a big thing now. So it's 3.
But it doesn't have trample anymore because I didn't give it trample this time.
That's true, but it does still have double strike, and I'll get to draw a card. And I will sack the enlisted soldier. So I will draw. I will.
Like the scene from The
I'll
Simpsons. It's like,
I'll deal
stop, they're
damage
already
equal to
dead.
no, I'll just draw a card. So I'll draw 2 cards, lose a life, and it doesn't matter.
I'll block with the citizen.
Lose a life. Main phase 2.
Yeah, you should definitely sleeve up this cat dog precon. It's clearly very good, and just build it to go get lurking predators, and you're golden.
I'm a deadly dispute. I'm gonna sack this, draw 2, create a treasure.
Land's going on bottom.
I'll play a land for turn. 3 mana, 4 mana. I'm gonna just tap 3, get out Mr. House, and I'm gonna pass.
Lands go to the bottom. I'm actually surprised Lurking Predators isn't played more often than it is. I know it is something that does see quite a bit of play, but like in green decks, I feel like it should just be in every one.
Yeah, I have to start looking to see if I have that card at all.
It's really freaking good, that's for sure.
I'm gonna play a mountain for turn, and then from Hell's Fire, I stab at thee. We're gonna go 2 red, and then
Was
1.
that a play or just like a?
What's that?
So is that a play or is that just sort of an emotional?
That's an emotional thing as I make this play because we're gonna so Prisoner's Dilemma. Each opponent
trigger.
secretly chooses Silence or Snitch. Then the choices are revealed. If each opponent chooses Silence, Prisoner's Dilemma deals 4 damage to each of them. If each opponent chooses a Snitch, Prisoner's Dilemma deals 8 damage to each of them. Otherwise, Prisoner's Dilemma deals 12 damage to each opponent who chose Silence. Silence or Snitch. You guys ready?
Sure.
Reveal them.
Snitch.
Snitch. All right, so each opponent chose Snitch. That means it's going to deal 8 damage to each of you.
I am dead. Good game.
Yeah, you get down under 30, Jarvis.
All according to plan.
And just because I'm going to go ahead and tap 2 and sacrifice my Mirrored Landscape, you're going to freaking wait as I go and get a basic, and then I gotta get another planes. There we go. And then I'm going to shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
We're
That's
gonna
right.
we're just going to be petty.
Your one chance.
Petty as petty can be.
My
And
classic
then I will
Boros
tap these
Precon
2.
Stacks deck.
What's that?
This is my classic Boros Precon Stacks deck.
I'm going to tap 2 and then let the mana fizzle, and I pass.
I'm just. So
then I
what
scoop.
does your commander do? Because it never got cast.
Well, it wasn't like it's cool, but it was like it got outclassed real fast because it's a 2/4 with vigilance, and whenever she attacks, I suspect target creature, and then I goad all suspected creatures, and it gives the creature menace, and it can't block, and then if one or more creatures an opponent controls deal combat damage to one or more of my opponents, then you and the controller of those creatures each draw a card. So that would have been cool, but that would have helped you guys.
Political tool that you just didn't use is what.
No, I couldn't get through. There was no point in attacking because she just ended up dying.
If you would have been like, hey, someone wants to draw a card, I could goad your big thing and you get to draw. I feel it could have been worked around, man.
Well, no, I think the drawing isn't based on the goading.
Oh,
it's a separate paragraph. Like it's just
it's separate if it's the suspected creature, right? Is that what it does?
No,
No.
like it
were
suspects
you
the creature, so I can keep suspecting all the creatures and theoretically goad all of everybody else's stuff.
Oh,
but it's like, and then separately, when one or more
Oh.
creatures an opponent controls deals combat damage to one or more
What do you
of my
mean?
opponents.
That's a great card.
What?
What are you talking about?
So
I
Brian, think about my last turn. How many cards would you have drawn?
Yeah,
You'd
the
have- you'd have
yeah.
drawn
Look
like
at
7
look
cards.
what you guys did already. You were already drawing enough. You didn't need to fuel you guys
Well, no,
more.
Yeah,
But
you
would have
could
also
have
drawn
drawn.
7.
You could have drawn a lot. You threw out the whole game. No one was attacking you, really, until that.
What are you talking about? Nobody was attacking.
Well,
I mean,
you know,
we're
You guys were
attacking
doing
you
nothing but
now.
attacking
I
me for the
guess.
whole first half.
I didn't touch you at all until I got rid of the Ghostly Prison.
yeah, I didn't attack you at all. I don't think the whole game, except for that one.
I
No,
got
don't think I
Jarvis.
did.
You hit me first with your dog. Then
Oh yeah,
Corey
You
did.
didn't
Then
play blocker. That doesn't count.
For
you
the
guys
record,
were
I
smacking me
attacked you
because
on
I didn't have
every
any
level.
creatures. Don't you go lying to the. Don't lie to these
Yeah.
good people.
I
They
was
saw.
going after Corey the whole time, and I
Yeah.
should have been going
Just
after
to be
Jarvis.
clear, I attacked you on every single level, both emotionally, metaphysically.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, since we're talking about attacking, I'm not going to go and do anything else and take up any more of your time. I'm just going to send the team all in.
Yep. You got it.
Ooh, I pulled an extended art black market. That's cool.
You
Yeah,
cracking
you know.
backs over there?
No, so it was when I opened my Fallout precons like forever ago.
Mhm.
I got an extra pack in the Caesar precon, and then I pulled a black market and a hollow Casualties of War full art or extended art.
I need to buy VATS from Fallout and find a home for it in my Conrad deck because I think VATS is very good.
All right, so Jarvis is our winner. I want to thank everybody for joining and playing. It was fun, even though you guys beat me down for no reason. But it was a lot of fun having you guys on and playing the precons. Thanks everybody for hanging out and watching. I would like to first off let my awesome guests go back around again. We'll start with John, reverse order, and
Shit.
let everyone know what you're doing.
All right. Hey, everyone. I'm John from Chaotic Commander. You can find me, Chaotic Commander, on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Those are the only 3 places I post. But if you like Commander content twice a week, that's where you can find me. Take it away, Corey.
Hey guys, this is Corey. I'm over at the Urcast, or you can find me on YouTube, Twitch, and Spotify. I had an extra level that John doesn't at Sleeve Card. We post up a podcast every Friday where we do like a little pre-show for Friday Night Magic. I think somebody's going to be on there next week. I'm not 100% sure, but no, Brian will be on there next week. So if you like Brian or you don't like Brian and you want to spite him more, you can also watch us next week and leave him nasty comments and tell him he should have cast his commander and all that good stuff.
Right. There you go.
But hey,
Unskilled.
thanks Brian for bringing me along for this nail biter of a conclusion. Jarvis, take it away.
Hey everyone, I'm Jarvis. You can find me pretty much anywhere at Jarvis_Moonbeam. Thanks for having me. I enjoyed it. Always good playing Commander. Starting in May, I'll start back up my Commander streams. There'll also be more Arena streams because I decided I say Arena because I want to play Pioneer, but I don't feel like investing into MTGO, so I'm just going to play Explorer instead. You'll find that as well as a deck building stream. But it was good fun.
Awesome. I'm glad you guys had were available and hung out with me, and it was a lot of fun. So thank you guys all for watching and hanging out.